I have been dealing with internet scammers since, hell, over 10 years ago. It started out at Hotmail, and the scam was blatantly obvious. Some pretty woman emailing me claiming that she's single, no kids, Christian, never married, no siblings, usually recently orphaned or lost a parent, and looking for love. The first time this happened, I emailed back just simply out of curiosity, and she claimed to be some woman whose dad was an emissary or dignitary or ambassador or something over in the United Kingdom. He recently died, and she's over there dealing with business, and I'm kind of left there scratching my head like, why are you telling me this? How did you even get my email address? Answer that first. She sent photos, she looked good, and then we started emailing back and forth, and the what I was waiting for inevitably happened, but the fact it happened so quickly was shocking. Something about her dad's inheritance not maturing, she had no access to it. She needs money for a plane ticket home. Blah blah blah, can you send over X amount of dollars? And I kind of humoured her saying, go to your country's embassy? Yeah, embassy. Surely they will help you out. I wanted to see how far she would go. She was in London, after all. Surely the American embassy in England is in London. I never traveled overseas, but apparently the embassy did fuck all. And I said, okay, before I send you money, show me a picture of yourself holding today's newspaper in front of Big Ben. I never heard from her since. I did, however, hear from other scammers with similar stories. And I started noticing a pattern. Single, never married, no kids, looking for love. Usually recently orphaned, never have any brothers or sisters, and usually overseas. For some reason, Africa seems to be their favorite location. Though I did have one who claimed to be at home in, I think, Florida or California. It got to the point where I decided, how far can I push them? I made fake Western Union Hotmail accounts and sent them an official email from Western Union claiming that Craig Wells has sent you X amount of money. Show up to your nearest Western Union with 2 pieces of photo ID, my name, and this reference number. I don't even know if you need a reference number for Western Union, but, well, I didn't know any better at the time. They eventually emailed me back, it ain't working, something's wrong, can you send me the money again, or whatever, and I just pretty much continue playing the stories. The money's been sent, all I have to do is show up with a reference number, 2 pieces of ID, and my name, and blah blah blah. One actually phoned me up at the Western Union office in tears and had me speak to the person who was working there. Well, apparently, told the clerk, or whoever it is, the truth that she was trying to scam me and I set up a fake email account, and she pretty much went, well, that's fucking hilarious, but yeah, I'm dealing with this person right now and she's bloody crying and pissed. The clerk told her the truth, gave, and the woman pretty much yelled, screamed, and hollered bloody murder at me, told me to fuck off, blah blah blah, and I never heard from her again. I recently started getting these scammers on Facebook. This has happened within the last 6 months. And they started out with the obvious sob story of living in America but overseas, usually in Africa, blah 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 blah. I broke the last one. She claimed to be taking care of her sick grandma in Africa and was looking for a boyfriend, found me on Facebook, thought I was cute, blah blah blah. And I gave her my phone number because, well, I wanted to see how far she would go. She texted me, but apparently she needed a phone card for me to phone her or her phone me. Her voicemail didn't even work. I started playing along and even pretended to offer $10 so she can get a phone card, and she told me, oh, I'm sorry, everything's expensive here, 100's gonna have to do. Yeah, sure. After a while, I pretty much told her, yeah, I'm sick and tired of playing this game, you're blatantly a scammer. And this was after like weeks of texting back and forth, and she broke. She admitted what her intentions were, called me fucking ugly, blah blah blah, a loser with no life. And I just kept texting her yes, though. I was even pretending to willing to help her admit to making her scam more believable. And she eventually got fed up and said, how about you live your life and I live mine? And I pretty much said fine and deleted the text and so on and so forth. Well, now these scammers are working a new trend. They don't want your money, they want your identity. I have been getting friend requests and messages from beautiful women who claim to be looking for love. They want a righteous, honest man, loyal, blah blah blah. Pretty much their introductory message is almost reading like a dating profile. And I'm kind of like, well, what the hell does this have to do with me? You just met me on Facebook. How did you even find me? And I just started ignoring them. Saying that when they're ignored, they will push and push for a response and eventually give up. Well, now I'm dealing with one and I'm humoring her. It's obviously a real person, not an auto-reply text or a bot for lack of a better term. But now that I know that she wants my identity and she doesn't have Skype, I am wondering how far she will go. Frankly, I think it's some guy in Florida or whatever. Who knows where. But I recently asked for her to send a selfie with her finger on her nose. I at least want to know that the person scamming me is who is in the photos if they are willing to take such a personal investment in me. I assumed the other scammers were not the person in the photo, but well, now I'm curious how far they are willing to go. Meanwhile, I've decided to do a blog of every single scammer that will happen up to this point, including the one I'm dealing with now, and post it to my blog. The link will be in the description of this video. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye. Bye.